Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Ryan Faisal Pasha and I'm here to present to you a brief presentation about a branch of linguistics, which is pragmatics. But before I go into the presentation, I would like to tell you the steps that we're going to go through. The first one, I'm going to tell you about what pragmatic is. Second one, I'm going to give you an example of pragmatics. And the last one, from this presentation, I would like to give you a conclusion. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first one is, what is pragmatics? So, I have searched, there are definitions from basic definitions and also definitions from professionals. Let's get into the basic definitions first that I got from the dictionary of Merriam-Webster. There are two definitions in there. The first one is that pragmatics is a branch of semiotics that deals with the relation between signs or linguistic expressions and their users. The second one is that pragmatics is a branch of linguistics that is concerned with the relationship of sentences to the environment in which they occur. Now, let's get to the professional side point of view. The first one, in the 1996, you'll say that pragmatics is the study of intended speaker meaning. And another professional view is from the 1983, Leach defines pragmatics as the study of meaning in relation to speech situations. So, from all of those definitions, we can conclude that pragmatics itself is a study about intended meanings from a speaker's utterance that happen in a specific time or event in relation to speech situation and the speaker's signs, which are, for example, tone, body signs, etc. Now, since the definition is finished, I would like to give you an example of pragmatics. Since we need context when talking about pragmatics, let's say that you are watching television in your living room, and then your father comes to stand in front of television. Frustrated, you're saying that, "Dad, you're standing in front of the TV." Your dad replied, "You have been watching television for 8 hours. Now, let's break down those two sentences. The first one from you are standing in front of the television. You say that, and the literal meaning of that sentence that you're giving information to your dad that the dad is standing in front of the television. But we're talking about pragmatics. So the intended meaning that may occur from that sentence based on the context is that you are annoyed and you wanted your dad to move out of the way. That is the intended meaning of your sentence. Now, let's go back to your dad. Your dad said that you have been watching television for 8 hours. And that is the literal meaning, which says that inform you that you have been watching television for 8 hours. But the intended meaning of those sentences may be that the dad wanted you to stop watching televisions because 8 hours is too long of a time to watch television. And those are the intended meanings of the two sentences. Now we have arrived at a conclusion. So from all of those that I've said in this brief presentation, we can conclude that pragmatics itself is a study that studies intended meaning in a speaker utterance based on context and language expressions and also speaker sign, for example, tone, body language, etc. And that brings me to the end of my presentation, and here are the list of references for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.